All right, I'm with State Senator Glen Sturtevant, a Republican who represents parts of Chesterfield and Colonial Heights City. Thanks for joining me.
Yeah, thank you.
So what's your initial reaction right after the debate?
I thought Jason knocked it out of the park. He has a great record to run on of record reductions in homicides and violent crime and overdose deaths and getting fentanyl off the streets that for years has been killing tons of Virginians. He has served as and is running as being the people's protector of taking politics out of the office and focusing on representing all Virginians. And I think he made that case very well tonight. One of the things that Jason said that really stuck with me about Jay Jones is uh, because of the text messages that have come out that Jay Jones sent about killing Todd Gilbert and his kids dying and killing cops, that Jay could not pass a background check to get an entry level job in any attorney general's office in the country. And he wants to be the attorney general of Virginia. And he really has disqualified himself with this, especially coming on the heels of the assassination of Charlie Kirk. And I think the concerns about violent political rhetoric being especially concerning for more and more people. That to see that that's what Jay Jones really thinks and believes deep down has been eye-opening. And so that's what really stuck with me is he couldn't get hired as an entry-level lawyer in an attorney general's office, and yet he wants to be Virginia's top prosecutor. And so that can't happen. And that's not me saying that he's disqualified himself. That's the Fraternal Order of Police. Because, when he talks about uh, wishing that, maybe if more cops died, that might help advance his political agenda. How do we expect law enforcement to work with him if he were to be elected attorney general? And the answer is it's not going to happen. It can't happen. And so it really is a question of, security and safety on Jason's side. That really is his focus, is making sure that to the full extent of the Attorney General's office, that they are keeping Virginians safe. And he has that record to run on. And on the other side of the ledger, you've got Jay Jones, who, from his time being in the House of Delegates up through this election, has been somebody who supports letting violent felons out of prison early, letting criminals not have to post bail, and so that they can't be held while they're awaiting trial, and just letting them back out on the street again. He has always been pro sanctuary city. And so I think it was pretty clear to me tonight that if he's elected attorney general, Virginia will become a sanctuary state for illegal aliens. And so that's those were sort of my takeaways. But I think the biggest thing is that Jones's sentiments in those text messages really do disqualify him for this job. For somebody that is supposed to be protecting Virginians from violence, to be advocating for violence is disqualifying. To be for a job that requires working hand in hand with law enforcement, to be wishing for the death of cops is disqualifying. And that's not even to mention, his sweetheart deal that he got for his 116-mile-an-hour reckless driving charge. And that's a big deal as a lawyer. I'm a lawyer. When you're a lawyer, you have to, your representations to the court have to be totally above board and 100% truthful. And for him to get this sweetheart slap on the wrist deal, when an average everyday Virginian would have done jail time or would have had a suspended jail sentence, for him to get off basically scot-free and all he had to do was community service, and then for him to double down on that and do the community service for his own political action committee is really unconscionable. So it's becoming clear that he pulled a fast one on the court, and you can't do that if you're going to be attorney general. You just can't. And so really disqualified himself on a lot of grounds, and there was nothing tonight that I think ameliorated that. He said he took responsibility for it and apologized for it. But I think most reasonable people understand that he's only apologizing because he got caught.
While all that could be true, I'm not fact checking you. There was a lot of stuff. There's examples from both sides of the aisle in history of scandals or politicians surviving scandals. I mean, we have Trump was arrested and got a bunch of felonies. You have Governor Northam and the blackface scandal. Seeing as all that, even if that were all true, he's still on the ballot, he's still running. Do you think he put forth enough of an effort tonight to be competitive with Miyares to get out from under these scandals? Do you think he answered them? Were you satisfied with his response to when those scandals were repeatedly brought up?
No, I mean, it was a lot of just canned answers, and it was nothing that was really like he had thought deeply about these issues, as you kind of need to do if you're going to be the lawyer leading the Attorney General's office of Virginia. I tried to listen pretty carefully to all of his answers, and there was nothing really specific about what he was going to do, what he would do differently. It was a lot of platitudes and just sort of like political stump speech, canned answers that, if you're looking at it, even if you put the text message scandals and the sweetheart reckless driving deal aside, there just wasn't a whole lot of substance there that you look for in somebody that's going to be running a pretty large, essentially what is a large law firm where they got, hundreds of lawyers working there.
And then the attacks on Miyares are that he wouldn't stand up to Trump to protect Virginians. Were you satisfied with his answers that he would protect Virginians against the Trump administration if needed?
Yeah, I mean, Jason, somebody that I know, and somebody that I have served with, but somebody we've also seen over the last 4 years actually serving as Attorney General. He is his own man. He is somebody that, because of his life story of his family escaping Cuba, he is somebody that is willing to stand up to anybody for. To promote, truth and justice and what he thinks is right. And so I think he has proven that over 4 years as the incumbent attorney general, that he deserves to get hired again for another term.
All right, State Senator Glen Sturtevant from Chesterfield and Colonial Heights, I appreciate your time.
Okay, thanks, Brandon.